Doc, do you want to, or Harper, I'll ask you, do either one of you want to set up the
Jesus Christ, how
what
do
the
you?
fuck we're about to see? I mean, I
Okay,
feel
well,
like
yeah,
I
let
feel
me-
like
let
it's
me help
weird
out.
to just throw it to it.
Okay, so let me help out here. What's about to happen is a out of left field curveball from everything that's been done the way it's been done in Smoky Mountain for like a year and 7 months. This is one of those things that you're just like, what the fuck just happened? But it's pretty awesome. In a Southern wrestling context, this is pretty cool. And it's about as wild-assed as you can get for getting on TV in these areas as you could imagine.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
It's hard. It's really hard to oversell how ridiculous it is for somebody to make a debut on a program who is a relative unknown in the business at this point and make an impact like this with some of the things he's about to say. Now, should I go ahead and tell the people who this really is if they don't know?
After we listen to the promo.
Oh, okay.
I assume everybody out there, most people would know, but after we listen to it, you can break the news. Let me go ahead and hit play.
Fans, with me is Mr. Daryl Van Horne. And Daryl, I know I'm supposed to interview you. I know you've just returned from the University of Cairo. But however, I have no earthly idea what we are supposed to talk about.
Well, you know, Mr. Thatcher, I've been a lot of places and I've done a lot of things, most of which we can't discuss on television. Let's just say I'm a modern-day Caligula. But one thing that I've always wanted to do my whole life, and I've dabbled with over the years, but to no great success, was being a professional wrestling manager. Well, my fortunes have changed. I have just returned from the University of Cairo in Egypt, where I studied archaeology, Egyptology, necrophilia, and parapsychology. And while I was there, I had an epiphany. I came upon the one man who can propel me to the forefront of professional wrestling. He is unlike anything you rednecks have ever seen in your miserable, wretched lives. He can't be hurt. He can't be stopped. And get this. He's not a member of some interbred redneck wrestling dynasty like the Armstrongs. No, he's a member of the Egyptian royal family. And what better place for him to make his debut than right here in Smoky Mountain Wrestling? The entire world has their eyes on Smoky Mountain Wrestling right now. The WWF, Memphis, New Zealand, Australia, and Japan. And though it's true, I would probably prefer bobbing for apples in a colostomy bag to dealing with a bunch of redneck crackers on a nightly basis. This is where it's all going to come together. My man is going to be in here in a few short weeks, and like I said, he's going to change the face of pro wrestling as we know it, and you hillbillies can all stick that in your corncob pipe and smoke it.
Well, I made the mistake of asking the comments of Daryl Van Horne.
Oh, boy. Doc, you go first.
No, send it to Harper. I want to know what Harper has to think about this.
Well, let me say what I said with the first time when I finally got here, I got here and didn't immediately text Doc because he had saw it before me, and because he's watched everything over a year ago, maybe almost 2 years ago now, and I'm going through this and I hit it and I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch? But at this moment, I didn't text Doc. So one day at work, out of the blue, it hit me. And I sent him an IM, and it said, Daryl Van Horne. And I said, Jesus Christ. And his reaction was something like, bruh, I agree. I don't know how to explain it. The look is crazy, but just the way he speaks is just so fucking good for this that he's doing. It's a train wreck. It's hard to describe, and we're going to see this now for about 4 weeks straight. It is a train wreck of train wrecks, and I can't look away when Daryl Van Horne does his promos. It's just his way with words. Harper, what was your initial reaction?
Everything he's saying is going 10 stories over these people's heads.
There was no Google back then to look up Caligula.
No, fuck no, bro. They got to go home and get the Webster Dictionary and be like, how you spell that? Cohigula. K-O. Is it with a K or a C?
Right.
Yeah, and he he's throwing around a bunch of big words that a majority of those people don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
So before we get into the particulars of this, one of the things that will not happen that would have been great to see happen, because you can tell he's got a way with words and he's got a very quick wit about him, would be if instead of the Bruise Brothers being on secret double probation, if he'd have come in and stolen the Bruise Brothers from Corny, and then him and Corny got into a fight over the Bruise Brothers and cut promos on each other, that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
And these people probably don't even know what fucking Cairo is, man.
Dude, he went to the University of Cairo, and one of the things he studied was necrophilia.
Right.
Which went straight out over the air.
Bobbing for apples in a colostomy bag versus
Dude, that
dealing
is a
with
visual.
these redneck crackers on a nightly basis. Jesus Christ.
Dude, that guy just summed up my entire life on this show.
Or your life at the shoot job.
Whatever. All of it.
Okay.
But I mean, it's one of those words that it's like, you don't walk around listening to necrophilia all the time.
No.
And so you have to remind yourself what that means every time you hear it, because it's so off the margins.
Right.
Bro,
That you hear him go, well, I studied this and this and this, and that's one of, wait, what?
This is a legit question, and this is not just for Smoky Mountain. This is for the Smoky Mountains. This is for the Smoky Mountains. If he'd have cut this promo in Mid-South, it'd be the same thing. If he'd have cut
this is off the charts regardless of where it is. And,
right.
and really, when it is, this dude made an impact on his debut.
Bruh. I mean, no matter where you play this, in Southern wrestling at the time, Northern wrestling, wherever, the audience is like, what the fuck did that motherfucker just say?
Because he's so quick in the way he's talking. He sounds like he knows what he's talking about, but he's saying all kinds of shit.
So smooth.
There's so much shit in it that's like, wait, what?
Right.
And I
very professional.
It's true. He sounds like super duper professional.
And then the other thing, if we're just going to get back to the kayfabe piece of this, I was like, because he goes, well, I'd rather be blah, 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 but I'll come to Smoky Mountain because this is where it's all going to pop off. I was like, think about the cultural shock of someone coming straight from Egypt to Eastern Tennessee.
Jesus Christ, huh?
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
So the truth of the matter is this dude is awesome in just about everything he did. Is what Jim Mitchell is his name?
Go ahead. Tell everybody who we're looking at.
Mortis, Wrath, and WCW, Vandenberg, Jim Vandenberg in TNA, and in WCW, he was the manager of Wrath and Mortis. So
he's actually back in TNA now.
Oh, really?
Yes,
I didn't
saw
know
it
that
last Thursday. Yes,
he's managing.
He was. I believe he was managing Abyss.
Oh wow.
He is old too, bro. Oh my God! When you look at him, Jesus Christ.
Okay, so here's the deal. Go find him on like an old Jim Cornette Experience.
Yes.
Because he talks about like banging rats in the Smoky Mountains with primetime Brian Lee.
Oh, they were running a train on some hoes.
Right. And just, he's a dirty bastard. And I say that with the utmost of respect. Dirty.
The sinister minister.
Yes, he's a karaoke kind of guy now, but like serious into the booze and questionable judgment and living on the outside of the law kind of stuff.
Yeah, if you can find, I'm pretty sure Brian Lass has it up on their Arcadian Vanguard page, but if not, just search in YouTube when he was on Corny's show. It's got to be about 3 years ago, huh, Doc?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while, but it's wild.
Yeah.
It's some wild ass shit.
Okay, pal.
What?
Wikipedia says hold on. I just gave this away. Fuck. I'm drunk. How old do you think Jim Mitchell is? James Mitchell.
Now?
Yes.
55.
Because Mike said he's old.
Okay, what is it? What is it, Doc? How old is he?
He's 52.
Dude, he looks... You know how Ron Wright right here is like not that old, but looks like he's fucking 90? Well, he doesn't look 90, but he looks like he's 80, 75 maybe. Mitchell in TNA right now, and he's got makeup on and they've got him made up a certain way. He looks fucking 72, not 52.
Damn. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I know what y'all talking about because I remember hearing that about looking at shit on YouTube, and he talks about when they were Brian Lee told him, we don't buy shit here. The fucking rats buy it for us.
Yeah,
we played that as a promo of the week, Harper. That's what it was.
Oh, did you? Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Right.
He was talking about Brian Lee had to give somebody a lesson on somebody had bought or they had bought the rats something, and Brian Lee was like, "Fuck that! See them boots right there? The rats bought that for me. See them jeans? The rats bought that for me." He gave out a lesson on how the rats in the Smoky Mountain were buying his gear.
Yeah.
That's wild ass. God,
and so just so you know, if you tune into TNA and think Jim Mitchell's old at 52, Ron Wright, right now on this episode, wheeled out there, Ronnie bought me some jewelry, was 55 years old.
Damn.
No, I'm sorry. He was 54. He was about to be 55 in about another month.
Jesus Christ.
And you swear Ron Wright is on Social Security right here.
Right.
So Ron Wright, right there on TV, is 11 years older than I am right now.
That's crazy.
And I look good. Yeah.
Dude, he looks old. I mean, what a wheelchair gimmick does it too, but it's the gray beard because his beard is completely gray. It's a combination of things. The glasses, the balding head. It's everything. All that together makes him look much older than he is too.
So let me ask you this. So this is an important point worth discussing. Mike, this is the first time in Smoky Mountain history where they promise something big and they don't really deliver. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. Okay. You're right.
This is the colossal. This will provide ultimate entertainment to us down the road. So from that perspective, it's thumbs up. But this is a fart. This is a fart in church.
Because and most people, Corny's talked about this on his show. Like the thing is that I won't tell you the payoff to this, but Van Horne comes in and the deal is he's going to bring a wrestler in and he wants to be a championship wrestling manager. So just keep that in mind as we go through like the next 4 to 5 weeks and the promos that he cuts. But to be honest,
and Daryl Van Horne's going to start talking Carney on the mic too, by the way.
Yeah, Van Horne is good throughout this build. It's just when we get to it, the payoff is the shits. But I still believe, as I told Doc, even though the payoff is the shits, and Corny will tell you it's the shits, even though it's the shits, it's going to be entertaining for us to talk about. It's not going to be
yeah.
So we'll get there. But Doc, any other thoughts on Daryl Van Horne here, or Mr. Minister?
It's really difficult to walk into a promotion that's just running as hard as this one is and kicking ass like this one is and be as memorable as this was. I can't give this enough kudos. This was awesome.
Harper,
what were your thoughts on this? What'd you think when he walked out?
I thought, I remember, hearing about this, and I completely forgot about this. I'm waiting for I know who he brings out, and I'm thinking these people he might as well be talking in fucking Chinese. They have no idea what the fuck he's saying.
Right.
Just start speaking fucking German while you're at it.
Right.
These people are like, I think that some bitch is speaking English, but I don't understand a word he's saying. What the hell is a Caligula? What's a colostomy bug? I mean, did he just call us redneck crackers? What's that stuff?
Corn cob pipes.
I'm surprised that didn't pop
corn
more
cob pipe
when he called them crackers.
Bro, Jesus Christ. All right, well, let's keep going.
That's not an insult if you're making it to a bunch of crackers.
That's nice.
I guess.